So if you guys are ready, I'm ready, and I cannot wait to have Justin Teoh up in this stage. So Justin and his business partner run First Five. They focus on video marketing. I guess my first experiences with Justin before we had even spoken was watching his videos on YouTube with his business partner Tyrone Shum. When I saw the videos, I thought, wow, how amazing would it be if I had the opportunity to ever get these guys here on our stage? And here he is today. So if you guys wouldn't mind, I'm not going to go too long in an intro, but if you guys want to get up, let's get Justin Teoh up and he can give him a big round of applause.
Fantastic. So, how many of you want to learn how to make better videos? Awesome, thank you. And how many of you would like to learn how to make videos that actually make money? All right, thank you. Anyone not? It's good news, you're all in the right place. So, my name is Justin Teoh, and welcome to the Six-Figure Video Formula. But first of all, I just want to say a massive thank you and congratulations for everyone who's shown up today. They say that 80% of success comes just from showing up. So the fact that you're all here says a lot about you. Now, because there's so many of you here, can you please do me a favor? I can't congratulate all of you, but can you just turn to the person sitting next to you, touch them on the shoulder and just say, I'm happy to see you. Thank you, thank you. And now can you turn to your other neighbour, the person who was your second choice, and say to them, I wish I was happy to see you. I'm joking. No, in all honesty, just thank you so much for your time this morning. How many of you would agree that time is your most valuable commodity? So I want to honour that and just thank you for showing up here today. And I'm going to do the best I can to make sure that everyone here gets as much out of this as possible. Sound good? Yes. Fantastic. I also want to give honour and thanks to Stephen, to Megan and to Sally for organising this event. To have so many people from the region just show up here on a Saturday morning, it's just phenomenal, and it doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of the grace, the determination, the passion, the love and the desire of people who have just tremendous vision and tremendous heart. So can we all please give a massive round of applause to Stephen, Megan and Sally. Thank you. Okay, so for those people who don't know who I am, is it okay if I tell you, whoops, what we're going to learn today? So, first of all, you're going to learn how to make videos that people will actually enjoy watching. You're also going to learn how to make videos that are going to build an emotional connection with your viewers. And finally, you're going to learn how to make videos that actually going to make you get more leads and sales. And now, for those of you who don't know who I am, is it okay if I tell you just a little bit about myself? Okay. So, I started out on YouTube in 2010. We've got about 4 channels now and roughly 1.5 million views and about 20,000 subscribers. We've gotten a few awards from YouTube and I've written a couple of books. So personally we've done okay. However, we've also started working with a lot of companies and a lot of businesses in a lot of different industries. So hopefully you'll be able to see there's health, there's fitness, there's surveys, there's real estate, there's technology. And the point of this is to show you that video is quite a universal language. No matter what industry you're in, whatever it is, video is a great tool that you can use. Now, also recently, we've also started making animations. And what's so cool about animations is that you can sort of make an animation, but you can redub it in a different language. So if you have an international audience, you can make videos in different languages very easily. So these are some of the countries that we've made videos for, about 40 around the world. And you know, it's just really powerful because it works all around the world if you just use this simple formula that you're going to learn today. But you'll be glad to know it wasn't always this way. These are our very first ever YouTube videos. How many of you have heard the phrase, every master was once a disaster. Okay. So, that's Tyrone. He's in his room in Sydney, and at least in his room in Sydney, he's got a bit of light. I was in my room in London at the time, which was a converted garage, so there's no light. So everything we teach our clients not to do in our videos, we've done here. The lighting is atrocious. The audio is atrocious if you can hear it. We look like stunned mullets. We've got no idea what we're talking about. The videos go for way too long. But you'll be glad to know that our second videos were slightly better than our first videos, and our third videos were slightly better than our second videos. And eventually, it got to the stage where we were hosting pretty popular weekly shows on YouTube. And that's when our lives changed. A multinational company approached us and they just said, can you just do the same thing on our website that you're doing on YouTube? So we thought, yeah, let's do this, let's have a go. So how many of you, can I just find out, how many of you are familiar with the term conversion rate? Cool, awesome. Okay, you're gonna love this. You're gonna absolutely love this. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the term conversion rate, it just means the amount of people that visit your website that actually sign up to your offer. So 100 people visit your website, conversion rate's 10%, that means 10 people are taking your offer. And actually, would anybody know what an average conversion rate for a business is? Anyone like to have a guess? Good answer. So the answer was 5%, and that's right. Most businesses capture less than 10% of their traffic. So we went into the meeting, talked to the marketing guy, and the guy goes, yeah, well, our website is converting at 35%. Yeah, I know. How many of you have ever had that situation where on the outside you're like, oh yeah, 35%, we're good, but on the inside you're kind of like, what the? So I made this video, and this is a little bit of it.
At mysurvey.net.au, we pay hundreds and thousands of Aussies for sharing their opinion with us.
Okay, and what they did was they split tested it. So how many people are familiar with split tests? Okay, fantastic. So for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's just what you do is you send half of your traffic to one landing page and half of your traffic to another one. So in this case, half the people saw the original website and the other half saw our video. And then afterwards, they tested it on Google Analytics to see which was converting higher. And they called me after 3 days and they said, dude, we've got to stop the split test. And I was sort of shattered, you know. I thought, that's it, my video marketing career is over before it's even begun. But it actually turned out that our video was converting at, it was increasing conversions by 18%. They were losing too much money using their original landing page. So the next step was they decided to see, yeah, they kind of thought, wow, this is amazing. And they got us to make the same video for all of their websites around the world. So you'll see there's China, Japan, Korea, America, Latin America, and Europe. Now, we don't know how much money all of the videos made around the world, but we can reveal that in 2012, the Aussie video alone made slightly over $100,000. So, how many of you would like to learn the exact formula for that $100,000 video? Excellent, thank you. Okay. So, first of all, I'm going to share with you the secret to online video. Okay, so get your pens and papers ready. Oops. Sorry, guys. Okay. Online video is a completely different medium to TV and film. So what works well on TV and film doesn't necessarily translate into online video. Now, would anyone like to have a guess as to why that might be the case? Fantastic, fantastic. That's exactly right. The answer was that you do have a lot more time on TV and film. Online video viewers are notoriously fickle. There's so many distractions. You've got other related videos from YouTube, you've got Facebook, you've got LinkedIn. There's so many different things. So who would like to have a guess and for the amount of time the average YouTube video is watched? Yes? 3 to 5 minutes? Bit lower. Good answer, though. 1.5? Bit lower? Good answer. 30 seconds? Even lower, but thank you. Anyone else? 15? Even lower? Exactly right. 5 seconds. So turn to someone, this is really important, I want you guys to get this. So turn to someone and tell them you've only got 5 seconds. Turn to someone else and tell them you've had your 5. So yeah, I mean, and that's precisely right. Can I get your name, please? Sue. So exactly what Sue said. That means you've only got 5 seconds to grab someone's attention before they've gone to a different video. They've clicked away. And why this is so important is because, let me get my clicker. Why this is so important is because this is what most businesses would think is a great video. Okay, so to prove a point, I've got a little timer here just to show you what most businesses are doing with their most valuable real estate on their videos.
Hi, my name's Trisha.
Okay, so that's an extreme example, right? But most businesses waste that valuable real estate with a logo, okay? So that was a video that Trish and Randall made before they started working with us. And this is the video they made after they started working with us. So this is just to show you what a little bit of coaching and some editing can do for your videos.
I'm the co-founder of a company called Churchill Education. We're a registered training organisation. We help people get qualifications through recognition of prior learning.
Okay, so how many people want to watch the rest of that video? Okay, fantastic. So here comes the interesting part, the meat, how to make a $100,000 video. So first of all, we need to create what's known as a conversion environment, okay? So this is a very general landing page. This is what we use for our conversion environment. And there's 3 main things that I want to point out. So first of all is the location of our video, which is to the left. Now, would anyone know why we put it over to the left of the screen? Exactly right. So the answer was so that your eye moves across the screen. So in the Western world, we read from left to right. So we want to put the solution or the answer to everyone's problem on the right-hand side of the screen and the information on the left. Now for Asian countries, they read from right to left. So did anyone remember the videos for China, Japan and Korea? Would anyone like to have a guess as to where we place the video on those landing pages? You guys are on the ball. Okay. The next thing is you want to make it as easy as possible for people to sign up to your offer. We've seen landing pages where people have 50 million different fields to fill in before they can get the offer and 1,000 different tick boxes and all that sort of thing. So yeah, exactly right. The harder you make it for people to sign up, the lower your conversions are going to be. So we generally ask for 1 field. I know with most businesses, it's not always that easy, but if you can, try and keep it as simple as possible. And the very last thing, and I know this sort of sounds very obvious when I point it out, but you want to have a very clear call to action or a button that stands out. And a lot of people think, oh, of course you want people to see it, but we've seen websites where the button is black and the website is black. People don't know where to click, so you want to make it really obvious. So without further ado, I'm going to show you, you're going to see the video that we've got on our particular website, okay?
Hi, my name's Tyrone.
And I'm Justin.
Let's do it again. Okay. Hi, I'm Tyrone.
And I'm Justin.
And we're the founders of First 5. And we'd like to know if you'd like to have more leads, prospects, customers, and clients, and sales to your business. Are your sales pages not generating any sales?
Are your landing pages not generating any leads?
Would you like more visitors to your website?
Because if you said yes to any of those questions, you've come to the right place. When you leave your email in the box on the right and click on the button below, you'll receive a free copy of our Video Marketing Quick Start Guide.
Inside this guide, you'll discover all the strategies, systems, and secrets that we've used to help businesses in North America, Europe, Asia, South America, Africa, and Australia to completely dominate their markets and leave their competition behind.
That's right, when you leave your email in the box on the right, click on the button below, you'll discover the 7 reasons why your business must be using online video, the 4 biggest myths about online video and why they simply aren't true, and our 10 quick tips to help you get started the right way.
Justin, have you remembered to tell them about the updates?
Definitely. When you leave your email in the box on the right and click on the button below, you'll also receive regular updates.
These days, things change so quickly and stuff gets outdated within weeks. We're always testing to see what really works and what doesn't. That way, we can help you stay ahead of the game and get the edge over your competition.
So leave your email in the box on the right, click on the button below, and we'll see you on the other side.
Justin, have they subscribed yet?
I don't know. You guys still watching? Sign up. Okay. All right. So, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so what you're going to do is we'll go through that video step by step, and if you have your pens and paper ready, you're going to learn the exact steps to you're going to walk out of here with a script for your own companies, for your own landing pages. Does that sound good? Yes. Okay, let's do this. So, there's 2 key components for conversions. The very first is an offer, okay? So, what we need to do is to create a lead magnet. Now, how many of you already have lead magnets on your particular websites? Okay, fantastic. So maybe I should go a step back. How many of you know what a lead magnet is? No? Okay. Would you like to explain what a lead magnet is?
A lead magnet is a free resource, a free report or an ebook that's designed to get people to sign up with their email. So you get their email address in exchange for a free report.
Fantastic. Excellent. Round of applause, everybody. So a lead magnet is just some sort of value that you're going to give to people so that you can get their details. So whether it be an email address so that you can market to them, or if it's a phone number so that you can call them up and book an appointment, or even if it's just, some people give away appointments as a lead magnet where they close people. Okay, so what we need to do is to create a lead magnet. Now, here are different, here's a whole bunch of different sorts of lead magnets that people use in order to give it away. Now, the reason why you need to do this is because people aren't going to leave their details with you unless you give them some sort of value, okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little bit of thinking music, and just for the purposes of this exercise, just come up with a lead magnet that you think you can give away. I'm sure there's some free report that you can give on your industry, or some videos or something like that. So I'll give you a little bit of thinking music, and your time starts now. Let's move on to the next section. And the second part is a call to action. So for those of you who missed it in the video, this is what a call to action is. When you leave your email in the box on the right and click on the button below, you'll receive a free copy of our Video Marketing Quick Start Guide. Okay, so actually, would anybody like to sort of tell me what they sort of saw in that video? What is a call to action? Fantastic. Yeah, exactly right. Matt, right? Yeah. Matt, round of applause for Matt. So it's one thing to have an offer, but you need to tell people what to do. As strange as it sounds, if you have an offer but you don't have a call to action, your conversions drop like crazy. So it's just a simple thing where you tell people what they need to do. This is what I got. This is how to get it. Okay. One of my favorite internet marketers is a guy called Frank Kern. And that's what he says. For conversions, you need to say, this is what I got, and this is how to get it. So for the call to action, you want to just use presumptive language. So instead of saying, if you want to, you can click over here and get your free report, we like to say, when you click on the button and leave your email address, you're going to get your free report on video marketing. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to write your very own call to action for your video. And if you're stuck for ideas, I've just got something up on the screen that it's just a really generic call to action, but it works, okay? So I'll give you a little bit of thinking music. Your time starts now. Good, 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 good. Okay. So now that we've got the key components done, let's move into the conversion video formula. So there's 3 P's in video production that everybody needs to know. So can everyone just sort of repeat after me? What's the first P? Okay, fantastic. And could anybody have a guess as to what planning might involve? Fantastic. Planning was the answer. Okay. Yes, fantastic. Can I get your name? Sandra. Great answer, Sandra. Script. Fantastic. So your scripting is the planning. It's also storyboarding as well. Okay. Can everybody repeat the second one? What does it say? Okay. One more time, guys. I can't hear it. One more time. Production? Fantastic. So what would production involve?
Lighting, where you're going to film it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So yeah, lighting, where you're going to film it, getting there and actually getting the footage that you're going to make into your video. And the very third P, the last P, everybody? Post-production. Come on, one more time, twice as loud. Post-production. Thank you. Okay. And what would post-production involve? Editing. Fantastic. And yes. So, of the 3, which is the most time-consuming? Fantastic. So how many of you have edited a video before? Okay. Actually, Paul, tell me, how long would it take to edit all of the footage from this weekend? Okay. There you go. Okay, and which is the most expensive of the 3 Ps? It's one of these 2. It's not that one. Fantastic. So, how many of you ever hired a studio before? Okay, and how many of you have bought cameras and gear and lights and all that sort of stuff? Fantastic. So, the most expensive part is production. And who thinks, well, actually, what would be the most important part of the 3? Fantastic. So if you do really good planning, you can save a lot of money in production and save a lot of time in post-production. So what we're going to do now is plan our video, okay? So here is what you need to do with your videos for them to work online. First of all, you need to be able to grab viewers' attention. Then you need to get them to listen and to trust you. Then you need to give them what they want. And finally, get them to do what you want them to do. So, how do we do this? Well, we use the conversion video formula. So here is the very first step of that particular video. I'm going to play it for you, and then we're just going to do a little bit of a debrief after.
Hi, my name's Tyrone.
And I'm Justin.
Let's do it again. Okay.
Okay. So, what's happened in that very first 5 seconds there? Exactly right. It's a blooper. And would anybody know why we've put this blooper up? Exactly right. People love to watch them. Sorry, there's something else? Captures attention. Great. Shows that we're real people. Fantastic. Great answers. So what we've done here is what's known as a pattern interrupt. And actually, how many of you are familiar with the term pattern interrupt? Excellent. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the term pattern interrupt, actually, Matt, would you like to have a go? What is a pattern interrupt?
It's basically something that sort of changes, because if they stay in their normal pattern of normal behaviour, they're going to stay in exactly what they normally do, which is get out of the video in 5 seconds. So you need something that really disruptive, that is something almost unexpected.
Fantastic.
That sort of upsets their normal pattern, that makes them want to stay because they're now, what's going on? They don't get it.
Fantastic. Thank you. Everyone, round of applause. Round of applause for Matt. Fantastic. So yeah, a pattern interrupt is exactly what Matt said. And the best way to sort of describe it is the example we always use is in the old days, people used to read the newspapers, yeah? And there'd be a classified section and everything would be in black text. Until one day, someone put an ad up in red ink, okay? And even if it wasn't relevant to you, it just broke the pattern. You'd be reading the papers and you just see this ad. And you might be a motorcycle rider, but it would be an ad for a car, but you still read the ad just because it was in red text. And, you know, now, obviously, a lot of ads are in different colours, so you've got to do something else to break the pattern. Sorry about that, I think I pressed back. So now you've got to do something to break the pattern. But what we can do very easily on our videos is break the pattern with a quick opener. So I'm going to show you a few more examples of pattern interrupts, because what we use there is a bit of humour. We used a blooper because it's something unexpected, and it also endears people to you because they're like, you know what, these guys are real, they're not professionals, right? They're just making YouTube videos. That's their expectation. So the first pattern interrupt I'm going to show you, so this is from my personal website, and this is one that sort of creates curiosity, I guess. It's like, what is this guy doing, okay? Hey, it's Justin from 5 Minute Video. Okay. Cheers. Thank you. And this next one is it's one that's easier for businesses to do, where you just go in and talk about people's pains, and that sort of captures people's attention immediately.
Do you have a child that suffers from colic or reflux or crying for no apparent reason at all? Well, I may have a solution for you.
Okay, so it attacks the major pain points and says, well, watch the rest of this video because there might be something for you. Okay, so what you guys are going to do now is to write your opener or your pattern interrupt. So, you know, come up with something that suits your branding. If you like humour, use humour. If you like curiosity, use that as well. However, if you're stuck for ideas, you can just sort of copy what's on the screen. This is a general pattern interrupt that'll work for most businesses. Problem with X, you'll find an interesting solution in this video. So I'll give you a little bit of thinking music and you guys can write your opener. Okay, good. All right, let's move on to the next step. So after the pattern interrupt, this is what we show our viewers.
Hi, I'm Tyrone.
And I'm Justin.
And we're the founders of First 5, and we'd like to know...
Okay, so what's happened in that particular section there? Fantastic. Introduction. Introduce ourselves. Great. Yes. Brand. Yes. Logo. Exactly. Yep. Anything else? Fantastic. Yes. So what we call this step here is the positioning. Okay? So this is a quick way to just establish who you are and that you know what you're talking about. So you'll see the logo of your company, so people know that you're for real. You tell people who you are, but you also tell people about stuff you've done. So we just say we're the founders of a video marketing company. Here is another example. So this is how one of our clients has done his positioning.
Hi, my name's Matt Sipple from Coast to Country Chiropractor, founder and principal chiropractor.
Okay, so it's a really short section and it's really, really quick, but it sets him up as this guy is a chiropractor. He knows what he's doing. So how many of you own a company? Fantastic, pretty much all of you. So this is going to be very easy. You can just say, hi. Well, what I would say is, hi, my name's Justin, and I'm the founder of First 5. Now, is there anyone here who doesn't own a company? Okay, now that's cool. So, have you written a book? No? Okay. Have you got a website?
My company does, yes.
Okay. So, you are from a company, yes?
I'm from a radio station.
Okay, so yeah, you can just sort of, and what is your position? Sales rep? Okay, fantastic. So you could say, you know, your name, please? Tony? Hey, this is Tony from, and the name of your station? From Wave FM. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, but if you've written a book, you could just say, hey, I am Justin, I'm the author of The Sneaky Video Marketing Secrets. Or if you have a website, you could just say, hey, I'm Justin, the creator of 5 Minute Video Marketing. So really short, really simple, but it sets you up as an expert. Now, why is it so important to be an expert? Does anyone know? Fantastic, yes. So online, and even in offline as well, You don't buy stuff from people. Hold on, write this down. Okay. So what's the first one? What's the second one? What's the third one? And finally? So, we don't buy stuff from people we don't. We don't trust people we don't. And we don't like people we don't. Okay, but who do we trust? Do we trust experts? So, if everyone trusts experts, why not position yourself as one? Because you are an expert in your field. You know stuff about your field that no one else knows. So, compared to them, you are the expert. So, I'm going to give you a little bit of time to write your positioning. And this shouldn't take too long. So, hey, my name is, and I'm A from company. Thinking music, time starts now. Okay, so let's move into the third step.
And would like to know if you'd like to have more leads, prospects, customers, and clients and sales to your business.
Are your sales pages not generating any sales?
Are your landing pages not generating any leads?
Would you like more visitors to your website?
Because if you said yes to any of those questions, you've come to the right place. Okay, so what have we done in step 3? Okay, yep. So questions I heard, tell them what they can expect. Did we sort of dig any graves? Did we press on any pain points? Yes, fantastic. Okay, so as entrepreneurs, how do we get money? By adding value to people's lives, yeah? Now, how do we add value to people's lives? By taking away their pain. Fantastic. By solving their problems. So as entrepreneurs, we are problem solvers. So how do people know that we can help them? By talking in terms of, the problems and the pains that they suffer. If you say, hey, I make amazing videos, how's that going to solve how do people know that it sort of relates to them? However, if they have a sales page that's not generating leads, or if they have whatever it is, you need to talk in terms of problems. So, when you talk in terms of problems, you want to be very specific and use very concrete language as well. You don't want to be very abstract when you talk about pains and problems. So, say for instance, you've seen those ads on TV where people are talking about cleaning products for your bathroom, and they don't say something like, "Oh, are you having trouble cleaning your bathroom?" Right? They go, "Oh, have you bought every single product on the earth? Tried scrubbing it, whatnot, nothing works." You know, they get very specific and they tell their story that people can relate to. So you want to do something very similar for yours. So I'm just going to show you a really good example of someone talking about pains and problems. This is from one of our clients.
Are you suffering from lower back pain? You know, that agony when you try and bend over, you know, you can't pick your kids up, you can barely even get in and out of bed. What about dodgy knees? Are they stopping you from playing sports that you love to do?
Okay. He works out at the Hills, Hills chiropractor. So, yeah, he's a great dude as well. You don't? Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So, what I'm going to get you guys to do now is to write pains and problems that people in your industry suffer from. Okay. And the easiest way to start talking about it is to start off with, are you suffering from? So I'll give you a little bit of time and write down 2 to 3 points. All right, fantastic. So at the end of that particular video, you'll notice that I reassured everybody, said, hey, if you're suffering from all of these things, don't worry, you're in the right place. Because after that, we hit them with one of these. When you leave your email in the box and click on the button, you'll receive a free copy of our Video Marketing Quick Start Guide. Okay? So remember that call to action that we wrote at the start of this particular thing? Yep. So this is where we insert our very first call to action. Now, why do we insert it so early? Does anybody know? Fantastic, yes. So, you know, people aren't necessarily going to watch your video all the way to the end. Some people are just going to be like, oh yes, I suffer from all that. Fantastic, give me your thing, okay? So we want to hit them straight away in case they click away before they watch the rest of the video. So you insert your very first call to action. All right, so after the first call to action, this is the next step, all right?
Inside this guide, you'll discover all the strategies, systems, and secrets that we've used to help businesses in North America, Europe, Asia, South America, Africa, and Australia to completely dominate their markets and leave their competition behind.
That's right, when you leave your email in the box on the right, click on the button below, you'll discover the 7 reasons why your business must be using online video, the 4 biggest myths about online video and why they simply aren't true, and our 10 quick tips to help you get started the right way.
Okay, so what have we done in step 5? Yep, fantastic. So, yep, addressing issues. Anything else? Yes, that's it. And anything else? Exactly. Telling them exactly what they're going to get when they sign up for your particular offer. And you'll notice that we talked in terms of benefits. So how many of you are familiar with the difference between features and benefits? Okay. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the difference, features are the tangible thing of an object. But benefits are like the intangibles. And the thing about benefits is benefits sell. So if I say this particular pointer here, the feature of it would be that it is Bluetooth. Okay? But that's not going to sell it because some people might not know what Bluetooth is. But to talk in terms of benefits, what I can say about a feature is, write these words down actually, and I don't think I've got room for it, but I'll write the initials. So, you want to write? What's so good about that? Or was gat? So, the feature of this particular pointer is that it's Bluetooth. What's so good about that? It means I can control my presentation from the stage. I don't have to be next to my particular computer. Okay, and benefits are very intangible, but trying to think of another one. So a feature. So what's your business?
I do adventure sports.
Adventure sports. Okay, so tell us about one of the features of your harnesses.
Well, I'm thinking like primarily one of the biggest things is water sports.
Okay.
And the feature of it is they get the real deal. Like it's not a halfway kind of boat or anything like that. It's the real wakeboarding boat.
Fantastic. So the feature is it's a real wakeboarding boat, and what's the benefit of that?
You get the actual benefit of the higher tower and we qualified coaching and stuff like that. We can guarantee that every person that gets out behind the boat experiences that real experience. Whereas if they go out with their mates, they go like we come out and they go, I've tried it before, but I've never got up because their mates don't know how to coach properly.
Fantastic.
Guarantee that they'll get that experience.
Fantastic. So the feature, the tangible is that you've got the towers, you've got the boats and all that sort of thing, but the intangible is that the experience that you're going to get. You're actually going to get up on the wakeboard and you're going to have, it's going to be less effort as well. You're actually going to get there. So benefits usually fall into 3 main categories: time, effort, and money. There's a whole bunch of different ones, but the main ones are time, effort, and money. If you can save people time, money, or effort, that's going to make this emotional connection with them, and that's what's going to get them to sign up for your stuff. Okay? So here is another video where one of our clients talks about their benefits.
Inside these videos, you will find out 3 simple things that will improve your chance of conceiving by 30% that your doctor will never tell you about. The 3 things that significantly inhibit fertility that most people aren't even aware of. And lots of advice that I've used to help many couples across Australia to conceive, and they thought that all hope was lost.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is get you guys to write down a couple of the benefits that people get when they read this free report or lead magnet that you've created. So yeah, inside my report you're going to discover, and remember to talk in terms of what's so good about this. Here is step 6, in case you haven't seen it already, but here it is.
So leave your email in the box on the right, click on the button below, and we'll see you on the other side.
Okay, so what have we done in step 6? Fantastic, yep. Given them instructions, reminded them. And what was over here? Call to action. Fantastic. Round of applause for both those answers. So here you want to insert your second call to action. And if you're not sure how to end it, what we like to say is just, we'll see you on the other side. If they're going to get the free report straight away, or they're going to see your video straight away, we'll see you on the other side. So when you leave your email in the box on the right, click on the button below, we'll see you on the other side. So now, you know how to make, well, how many of you know how to make a video that's going to grab viewers' attention? Fantastic. What about a video that's going to get people to listen and to trust you? Fantastic. And what about a video that's going to give people what they want? Good. And do you know how to get people to do what you want them to do? Fantastic. So that's really good, but who likes bonuses? Yes? Fantastic. So, here is bonus number 1. Okay, so what have we done there? Yeah, that's right. So reminded them what to do, rewarded them. How have we done it? That's right. We've put in a visual reminder. Fantastic. Round of applause. So we've got what's known as a motion graphics call to action, but it's just a simple way of saying we've got an animated call to action. So how many people here are familiar with the different learning styles? Fantastic. So what are the 3 major learning styles?
Listening, visual, and kinesthetic.
Fantastic. So the answers were auditory. So auditory learners learn primarily through. Yep. And visual learners learn primarily through. And kinesthetic learners learn primarily through. Fantastic. So a motion graphics call to action is really good for people who are visual. Okay? They don't like being told what to do. They don't like being reminded. But they see exactly what it is they need to do. They're like, okay, you know what, that's quite simple. I'm going to click here, type in my details, click that button. It's a bit of an elite sort of thing, but if you know how to edit videos, or if you have a great video editor like Paul, it's quite easy to do, and it increases conversions like crazy. Cool, so the question is, do you find people get suspicious if you're giving something away for free? Good question. And I guess, okay. And why would you be suspicious? Okay, so I guess with the lead magnet, and that's a great question as well, so what is the catch? So you actually, when you leave your details, it means that we can market to you for free. So there's like a cone of sort of trust and whatnot, and when people are at the front end of your store, they don't know you, they don't like you yet, and they don't trust you just yet. But the easiest way to get people to know, like, and trust you is to give them value that they can use immediately. So when people sign up for this particular video series, they don't know who we are, but they watch it and they realize, okay, these guys are adding value. This is really good. And you know, it gets through the know, like, trust stage very easily. So when we market to them later on, give them a follow-up call and say, hey, notice that you just got our latest video series. Is there any other way that we can help you with your videos? You're already positioned there as an expert. So I suppose the catch is, if there is one, that you are going to market to them later on. Okay? Yeah. So I should explain, actually. Yeah. So as soon as they sign up, they get sent to a screen that says, thank you for subscribing, and gives them the option to unsubscribe if they need to. Fantastic. Was there one up there? No? Okay. Cool. So here is bonus number 2.
Hi, my name's Trisha Veldhuis and I'm the
Actually, I'm going to just reframe this really quickly. So this is a massive case of do as we say, not as we do. So on our particular video, we haven't done this. But for all of our clients' videos, we've done this bonus, and it's actually helped their conversion. So I'll just play it really quickly. Oops.
Hi, my name's Trisha Veldhuis and I'm the co-founder of a company called Churchill Education. I have 20% more leads coming to my website. I have a 14% drop in my bounce rate. I have clients that are ringing us and saying, I've just watched your video and I had to call. Not even clients yet, prospects, but they are so far along the way because they've had an insight into our company that nothing else has given them. And business is just rolling along so well. But it wasn't always that way. It was only 6 months ago that my search engine optimization strategy was to stare blankly at Google Analytics and wonder what on earth I could do to fix it. Enter Justin and Tyrone from Video Tube Services. If you're like me and you're not a geek and you really don't understand these things, but you really know how important they are and how much value they can add to your business, and I can't recommend the work that Justin and Tyrone have done for us more strongly. In fact, you've just missed me calling up somebody at lunch to tell them all about why they need to work with these guys. And if you're listening, you really need to consider working with them too. And here's what I'm really loving. I can trust them to do the right thing, to act with integrity with my website, which in this day and age is vital that my website can be found. And I can also trust them to produce a beautiful video that really gets the heart of who we are. If you are in business in Australia and you are looking at getting your website to do better for you and convert more, then you would be mad not to give them a call. I think they're just phenomenal. I really, really appreciate the work that Video Tube Services have done for Churchill Education. So thank you.
That was the name of that. Oh, thank you. Okay, so what have we done there? Fantastic, fantastic. And why have we put a test? Why would we, if we'd done this properly on our video, why would we have put a testimonial there? Fantastic. Exactly right. So you can tell someone how good you are until you're blue in the face, but they won't necessarily believe you because you've got an incentive to tell people how good you are. However, if someone with no incentive whatsoever tells you how good someone is, you're more likely to believe them. You know, if the pizza place up the road always tells you, you've got to try our margaritas, they're the best margaritas you're ever going to try in your life, you're like, yeah, whatever, you know, I'm sure they're pretty good, but how good can they be? But if Jeff Yang decides to come along and just says, dude, have you tried the margaritas up the road? Best ever, you got to try them, bro. There's a good chance you're like, you know what, I might give them a go, okay? So what you want to do is get a testimonial into your opt-in videos. And this is the very last bonus.
Justin, have they subscribed yet?
I don't know. Are you guys still watching? Sign up.
Okay, so what have we done there? Fantastic call to action. And yeah, another interrupt. Starts with an R. What have we done? We've reminded them. Okay, fantastic. So how many of you are uncomfortable with doing so many call to actions and reminding people so many times to sign up? That's pretty good, not a lot of you. So the thing with, you know, reminders and why we put them in is they actually work, okay? And as Matt said, they're a pattern interrupt, and it sort of, you know, it gets people to take action. But we do know that a lot of people kind of think, oh, I can't bring myself to do that, you know, isn't it a bit too salesy? And what I'm going to say next, I hope you take in the nicest possible way, and that is just to get over yourself, if that is you, okay? Because how many of you here believe that what you do helps other people? That's good, all of you. And how many of you believe that there are a lot of people out there who, because they haven't heard your message, because of all the times you've gotten in your own way, you know, they haven't been able to receive help in what they do? Fantastic, okay? So it's a really big thing, you know, people always get in their own way of helping people. So I know, statistically, that in this room, 10% of you can't stand me, okay? And it's nothing to do with me, it's just the fact that I might remind you of someone, I might remind you of a brother, a kid at school, I might have taken you surfing and offered you a wetsuit, very graciously offered you a wetsuit, and you decided to decline it and rip your nipples up. Anyway, but, you know, and there's nothing I can do about that. However, if I let the fact that, you know, there's people that are not always going to like me get in my way, what happens to the 90% of people who actually are going to get a bit of value out of this presentation? Okay? Exactly. So the same applies for all you guys as well. You know? And what I'm going to teach you next is also quite relevant to you. You want to be yourself, and you've all got a great message to share with the world. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is just a really cool way to do a reminder if you don't like to be so salesy, because I'm not like that. I'm a bit more, yeah, I don't like to be as in your face, okay? So on my personal website, this is the reminder that I've got, and it might resonate a bit more with you guys. Okay guys, so I'm almost home, which means this video is going to end very soon. So if you haven't got a copy of the guide, make sure you get one now. Leave your email, click the button, and I'll see you guys on the other side. So who's a lot more comfortable doing a reminder like that? Fantastic. Okay. So let's do a quick debrief. So what's everybody learned in the planning stage of the video production?
It's a structured process.
Fantastic. It's a structured process. Anything else?
For me, it's to step up the mark.
Step up the mark. Explain a bit more.
Because I'm actually scared of this sort of stuff.
Okay, yes.
I've actually now got to start trusting that I can do it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Round of applause, round of applause. So, did you see our very first ever YouTube video? On the screen, yes. So, do you remember what Jeff said yesterday about progress? Fantastic. So, you know, our very first ever YouTube video was our worst ever YouTube video. And, you know, the good thing for you guys is your first video is probably also going to be your very worst. You know that your next video is going to be a lot better. So that's a great point. I really encourage you guys to get out there, make these videos, and, yeah, get over yourselves, I guess. Okay. Say again? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no, of course not. Sorry, the comment was, yeah. Yeah, Matt.
Just on the call to action side of things, I finished like a marketing school and went straight to doing all that for Foxtel or all stuff, so I'm really sorry any of my brother and snap you guys. But one of the things, when I first started, they showed me the program and it's like very, very salesy and all the rest of that stuff, and the first 2 weeks I come home with donuts and you don't sell, you don't get paid, it's purely a commission. And they always said to me, if you get in the door, every time you get inside the house, 50% of the time you'll sell. And I've been inside like 20 places and never sold anything. So one of the bosses took me out and he's like, obviously you're doing something wrong. I don't know, so let's just do it. And the first house we got inside, we sat down and he'd done like a 3-minute spiel. And then it was dead silence. And she goes, oh, okay. And he's like, all right, so can you just grab your credit card and let's get started? My jaw hit the floor. He's going, how can you pay so much tenacity to ask that question? And without even hesitating, she got up, got a wallet, pulled out the and I was like, are you crickets? You're trying to sell her and then you just demanded the credit card and she just went and got it for you. I'm like, shit. So like, at the end of the day, if you've got your backside on the line and you're not making a buck, then like it was $100 and you're just demanding a credit card without any hesitation. So like the whole message of that is the call to action. I mean, it doesn't have to be that blunt or that serious, but it seriously works. Without call to action, you're going to get nothing. I think the very next week I sold like 20 subscriptions. And
Amazing.
yeah.
Amazing.
So it was like, yeah, just that one little thing made such a massive difference.
That is fantastic. Everyone, round of applause. That is awesome. No, I couldn't have said it better myself. Call to action. Okay, anyone else probably got time for one more? Yes, Taryn. Fantastic. Excellent, excellent. So taking action. Well done, well done. Round of applause for Taryn. So is it one more? Yeah. Yeah, so correct. So the question was, do you put this on your landing page or on YouTube? Is that correct? Oh. Exactly right. So we've embedded it, so it's hosted on YouTube, but we embed it on our landing page. Yeah, one more.
And a really important question, how much does something like that cost to produce?
Yeah, I mean, I've got some brochures and stuff. I can talk to you a bit later on if you'd like to find out. But can I close this now? Is this? Fantastic. Well done, guys. Well done. So you now know how to plan your $100,000 video. Now let's get into the next step, the next P, which is production. So how many of you have ever filmed a video before? Good, good. Quite a lot of you, quite a lot of you. Now what about just a selfie, like a video that you've just shot yourself? Yep. Fantastic. And what about, you know, being at a party and then someone just comes up to you with a camera and just says, hey, say something for the birthday guy. How many of you done that? All right, fantastic. So when the camera got put up into your face and you were staring down the barrel, actually before the camera got put into your, shoved into your face, how many of you knew what you were going to say? Oh, okay. How many of you had an idea of how you wanted to say it? Anybody? Okay. Now, what happened when you were staring down the barrel of the camera? Mind goes blank. Fantastic. Round of applause. Yeah. Now, so, you know, and it's normal, you know. How many of you have been to a party where you've seen a guy who is the absolute life of the party? He's talking to everybody, he's cracking jokes, whatnot, and then someone shoves a camera in front of his face, and he goes blank. He doesn't know what he wants to say, and he just sort of says, oh, put it away, I'll do it later. How many of you seen that before? Okay. So, you know, what we try and sort of do is, video is so effective because of this whole, let me get this back. Yeah, it's this one here. Video is so effective because you can break these barriers really quickly. You can know, like, trust someone very, very easily. It's not like you go to some dodgy website where someone's trying to sell you remotes. Okay? You go to the website and there's a real guy there with a real remote and you know that he will send this to you. Okay? So, but one thing with video and why it's so effective is you need to be able to connect. So how many of you have seen those videos where someone's a bit nervous and they're a bit stiff and they're looking down the camera going, hey, my name's Justin and I make great videos. You know, get my free guide. How many of you seen that on websites? Yeah? Fantastic. So how many of you can see why this might be a problem? So this is going to, I mean, there's a lot of stuff about filming videos, but I think this will be the most valuable lesson that I can teach you today. There's a difference between a camera operator versus a videographer. So what I mean by this is, in the old days, we used to kind of go in and film CEOs for their particular videos, and they thought, this will be a great video. I'm going to sit down behind a desk and do a spiel for about 10 minutes, and people are going to love it. And in the old days, we would have just sat there and filmed it because, you know, we were just starting out, we were just happy to get the money. But we'd make awful videos. But what a videographer will do is get you to be yourself on camera. Okay, so how many people know what I mean when you just get a bit stiff and you forget what you want to say and you just talk very slowly, very robotically because you think that's how people sound on video. Yeah? So here are some exercises that are going to help you to become yourself so that when you are on video, you're more natural and people want to connect with you. So here's the very first one, and it's kind of counterintuitive, but it works.
Step 1, don't worry about making mistakes. Personally, I make a ton of mistakes. If you look back at all the videos I've done, oh crap.
Okay, So, so yeah, don't be scared of making mistakes, right? You know, if you try and be perfect and you try and remember your entire script and stand there and say it word for word, first of all, you're going to look unnatural, okay? People are going to just see you going, so my name is Justin, I'm from First 5, and far out. And if you keep doing that and then starting again, you know, you're going to lose a lot of energy. So don't worry about making mistakes. Go out there and just do it. So to prove a point, we're going to get you guys to do this. So can we get everybody to partner up? I'm going to give you a bit of time. Find a partner. Okay. Does anyone not have a partner? Anyone not have a partner? Okay. So can I get one of you guys to be partner A and one of you guys to be partner B? So partner A's, or actually figure out who's going to be partner A, partner B. So partner A's, put your hands up. Say, I'm awesome. Partner B's, put your hands up. Say, I'm brilliant. Okay, so partner A. Oh, sorry, is there a threesome up the back? Actually, Jeff, do you want to, oh, you're doing it with Taryn? No worries, okay. Robbo, do you want to join up? Okay. Oh, no, if you want to film, you can, yes. So what you're going to do, partner A, listen up. You're awesome, and what you're going to do is, you're going to do your script, throw your script away, don't read it, close your books, but you're going to do as much of your script as you can remember without making mistakes. And when you do make a mistake, you got to go back to the start, okay? Every time you make a mistake, go back to the start. Everyone understand? All right, partner A, your time starts now. And thank your partners. Thank you, partners. Well done, everybody. Well done. All right, partner B's, put your hands up. All right, now it's your turn. And what you're going to do is you're going to do your script, but you're going to make every single mistake in the world. You're going to get your name wrong. You're going to get your company wrong. You're going to get your product wrong. You're going to go, hey, my name's Jeff. No, sorry, my name's Justin. I'm from Business for Breakthrough. First 5. You're going to make as many mistakes as you can. But just keep going with it, okay? Everyone understand? Yeah. All right, your time starts now. Okay, and thank your partners. Thank your partners. Well done, everybody. Who's ready for the next cool tip? So the next tip, very simply, is to use your hands. The second step is to use your hands. Now, why this works is because there was a study done a while ago by someone who was doing NLP. And what they figured out was that only 7% of communication is dependent on the content or the words that you actually say. In fact, 55% is all body language, 38% is tonality or the way you deliver your message. So you can say whatever it is you want to say, but if your body language and your tonality isn't consistent, or if it isn't congruent, a different message comes across. Like, I'm really happy is not the same as I'm excited, okay? All right, so now we're going to get you guys to have a go at this. So, partner A's, can you guys put your hands up? Say, I'm awesome. Partner B's, put your hands up. Say, I'm better than you. So I'm going first this time. So, partner B, what you're going to do is you're going to just be as still and stationary and solid as possible. You're not going to use your hands. You're not going to smile. You're going to be as dull as you can, all right? So, everyone understand? All right, partner B, time starts now. Fantastic. Okay, I think you guys get the point. Thank your partners, everybody. Give them a high five. Say, you are brilliant. Well done. Okay. Partner A. Partner A, it's your turn now. So, partner A's, can you raise your hands? All right, what I want you guys to do is to use your hands and to be as big as possible, okay? Be OTT. Even if it's not what you usually do. Just go for it. The bigger, the better, okay? This is just for this exercise. Everyone willing to play out at 100%? Okay. Partner A, your time starts now. Fantastic. Thank you, partners. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. Thank you for playing full out. Well done, guys. Well done. Okay. All right. Shh. Okay, so who's ready for the very last one? Okay, here we go.
Step 3. Small. Okay. Sorry. I meant really small. Come on, guys. Just give it a go. It really changed your physiology. You notice how I just smiled and I just couldn't stop smiling. I'm laughing now, actually. It changes how you present and it makes a huge difference. So just give it a go. When you're at set, if you're feeling a little bit like flat or you're not sure about what to do, just smile.
Alrighty. So, what we're going to do is, you guessed it, it's your guys' go. So, partner A, raise your hands. Point at partner B. Say, you went first last time. So, you're going first this time. Alright, so partner B, what you're going to do is you're going to do your spiel, but no smiling, okay? You're going to frown. You're going to be really miserable. So, yeah, be really, really miserable, frown, and do your spiel, okay? So, your time starts now. Fantastic, fantastic, guys. Thank you, partners. Thank you, partners. Well done. Okay, and for the very last exercise, partner A, it's your turn, and you get to do yours, but with a massive smile on your face. So, partner A's, you guys ready? All right, time starts now. Fantastic, guys. Round of applause for everybody. Round of applause. Well done. Thanks, everybody, for playing full out. So, we're going to do a quick debrief again. So, what did everybody learn from those exercises?
Have fun and smile.
Have fun and smile. Fantastic. Yes?
When I tried to be serious, I actually ended up laughing.
Yeah, fantastic. So, remind me your name?
Oh, David.
David. So what David says was when he tried to be serious, he just ended up laughing. So, great stuff. Yes?
Is it good to put catchphrases in?
Explain what you mean by catchphrases.
We're a renovation company, and it's like Smith & Sons Renovations and Extensions. So one I made up for a networking group was "Is your house too small? Give Smith & Sons a call."
Nice. Well, why don't we ask the room, what does everybody think about that? Fantastic.
Like the same thing, like using your hands, you could.
Yes.
At the end of it and stuff like that.
Exactly right. So use your hands and catchphrases. Fantastic. Round of applause. Anybody else? Fantastic. Round of applause, everybody. Okay. So, the very last P is post-production. Now, this is really key, okay? A lot of people don't know how much goes into post-production, but I was quite impressed with how many people here have done a bit of editing before. So they know what's involved. So why post-production is key for your videos is because of a whole different bunch of reasons. But what I'll do to prove a point is just to show you the difference post-production makes. So this was a video that one of our clients made with a different production company before he started working with us. And the production quality is great. You can see, you know, the shot's great, the lighting's amazing. When you hear the audio, it's great as well. And JT is a pretty good presenter, okay? However, you can't really watch it for too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play it for you really quickly.
When I got married, a friend of mine did the sermon. He shared his little secret to a happy marriage. A shopper docket for a 2-for-1 dinner at Black Stump restaurant. This is just not the secret to a happy marriage. It's the secret to creating balance in our lives.
Okay, so he's a good presenter. It's pretty good production value too. However, after about 20 seconds, which is how long that clip is, you kind of think, okay, where's this going? And this is what we did when we got this video from him, and we just did a little bit of post-production.
This is just not the secret to a happy marriage. It's the secret to creating balance in our lives. One evening a week is date night. You and your partner go out for dinner and just chat. No phones, no iPads, no kids, just the two of you. And if you can't get a babysitter, then one night a week, after the kids have gone to sleep, have a later dinner and no TV. Just enjoy each other's company and chat. Oh, and if you don't have a partner, then have one night a week that you dedicate to catching up with old friends.
So yeah, who noticed the difference? Oh, thank you. Okay, so that second clip went for twice as long as the first clip, but you were able to stick with it and it kept your attention. Now, what have we done what techniques have we used in this particular clip here? Text? Great, fantastic. Got the attention, exactly. Yep, good. Yep. Background music, fantastic, yes. Jump cuts, fantastic. Round of applause for all of those answers. That's exactly right. So I'll write them down, but oh, whoops. But yeah, totally. Those are the three things we did. We've got kinetic topography, which is just a fancy way of saying words that pop up on the screen. We've got background music, and we've got jump cuts where the guy moves across. So how many of you remember the three types of learning? So what was the one starting with A? Yep, and V, and kinesthetic. So, interesting stat. So how many people, what percentage of people are auditory learners? Does anybody know? Yes, I heard the answer. 10%. Round of applause, everybody. Only 10% of learners are auditory learners. So how many of you struggled to pay attention at school? Cool. Okay, so the reason for this is because tradition... I see a lot of hands going up at the back. So the reason for this is because traditionally at schools, it's a teacher at the front of the class talking, right? Just giving auditory sort of stuff. And that's great for auditory learners. However, that means 90% of people aren't really engaging. So, by doing the words that pop up on the screen, we appeal to the people who learn through reading or seeing, or all the visual learners. Background music adds a little bit of movement, a bit of emotion. That works really well with kinesthetic people who learn primarily through touch, feel, and doing, and jump cuts as well. So what that does is that adds movement. So again, good for visual and good for kinesthetic. So just by doing those three little things, you can get people to watch all of your videos, okay? Sorry, I kind of preempted that. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, the debrief from that pretty much is, with video, you want to be able to connect with all senses. So let's sort of recap today. So how many of you feel that you know how to make a video that's going to grab people's attention? Excellent. What about a video that's going to be able to build trust and an emotional connection with your viewers? Fantastic. And actually, can I ask, why is it so important to create an emotional connection with your viewers? Does anybody know? Fantastic. Fantastic. Humanizing, real person, creating trust. So how many people here know the difference between... Oh, okay, so how many people here buy based on logic? Okay, fantastic. And how many people here buy based on emotion? Okay, fantastic. Okay, so how many of you are familiar with the term buyer's remorse? Okay, I see a few nods, okay. So for those of you who aren't familiar with buyer's remorse, it's when you buy something and then you come back later on and you're like, oh, why have I bought this? And it's usually something you don't need. It's something pretty expensive, and it's something you probably have like thousands of anyway. But it usually happens because when you're at the store, your emotion gets the better of you. You're looking at this new whatsy-doozy technology thing, and you're like, wow, I really need that. But when you get back home, logic takes over, and it's like, why have you done that? So emotion is important. However, too much emotion is not good, because that's just hype. You want to have a little bit of logic with the emotion as well. So hopefully, you know, with emotion, you make the connection, but hopefully you add enough logic with your sales message so that people don't have buyer's remorse afterwards. And finally, how many of you now have the exact script template for a $100,000 video in your books? Fantastic. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Whoops. So I've got some good news and some bad news for you. The good news is you now know how to make great videos, okay? But the bad news is you still have to go out and make it, all right? So what I want to encourage you to do is to just get out there and do it. Remember what Jeff said yesterday. Progress is better than perfection. And in some cases, perfection is the enemy. Everyone's seen the very first YouTube video I ever made and how appalling it was, how atrocious it was, but you kind of saw how much better my next video was. So you guys are living in an amazing age. You've got the amazing cameras, you've got amazing equipment, but also you've just been given tools to make great videos. Videos that are going to be better than 90% of the stuff on YouTube at this particular time, okay? So I highly encourage you just to go out there, get it done, and, you know, rock this world with your videos. So thank you. Really appreciate your time this morning.
When you've actually got a business such as hers, how can you actually attract the public in a video emotionally, which is what giving is, because we want to give and help, without sounding tacky? Because you want people on board to support and sponsor and bring money in, so food can be given out, and if all of us can get on board to help her, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
How can you actually do a video like that without sounding tacky?
Good question, good question. So did everybody, so basically what it was is, how do you make the emotional connection, especially for a charitable organisation, but without sounding too tacky? So from our experience, what is a really good way to do it? Not quite this video, but exactly right, yes. So what we do is, do you remember the testimonial video that we played? So and it's a different formula, and I can sort of share this with you a bit later on, but you want to do what's known as an About Us video or a testimonial video, and it follows a different formula. Maybe I'll share it with you guys another time. But what it does is, yeah, it connects with people, and it doesn't have this sort of salesy sort of message. And if how many people have watched ads for charitable organisations on TV? Exactly right. So, you know, what do they use? They use primarily testimonials or real stories. And if it's real, if it's genuine, you know, there isn't this, you know, tackiness about it. You know, these are the lives that are being changed right now. And, you know, if you know how to capture that in a video, and we've got this really cool way that you can put it into a 1-minute video, you know, it's fantastic. So great question. Round of applause, everybody. Oh, yeah.
Do you set videos on your website to autoplay? I often find it very annoying when I'm navigating to a website.
Great question.
How do you get around that if it's not set to autoplay and people don't watch the video?
Great question, great question. So the question was about autoplaying videos. So how many people are annoyed every time they have an autoplayed video? Okay, you're not alone. Now, how many people go to websites where there always is an autoplay video on it? Okay, so the reason for it, and you're going to hate this, it works, okay? The way to get people to watch your video is to put it on autoplay. However, if you don't set it up right, if you don't have a good opener and you don't have the pattern interrupt that's going to grab people's attention, they're going to pause it, right? How many of you have paused an autoplay video or even closed the tab? So you have to do it the right way. If you just sort of get straight into your spiel about selling, whatnot, you know, chances are people are going to close it. However, you know, it's an enemy, but it works. So do the autoplay, but make sure that you you make a nice opener so that people get into it and watch the rest of your video. Is that the answer? Yeah, fantastic. Good question. Round of applause already. Cool.
Awesome.
Any more?
Awesome.
Okay.
Big round of applause once again for Justin.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks, heaps. Thank you very much.
That was fantastic. And just talking about that autoplay, so a bit of brutal honesty, the Breakthrough for Business website, the homepage, who's been on that? Who gets sick of hearing me come on automatically? Yeah? Tough. Thanks very much for your feedback. I've taken it on board. Thank you very much. You liked it? Thank you, Maureen. But it is interesting, isn't it, to know what works, what doesn't work, and that's when Justin was talking about split testing. It's about testing and measuring what you do. So that was amazing, you know, Justin. That was so insightful. So another round of applause.